Hi, everybody.
Hey everybody, welcome to TFT Tarot for Today, Divine Dabblings with
He wore a raspberry beret. Mr.
Snazzy Beret Boy,
That's right.
Mr. O, and me, Banshee. Hello, just me, my usual Christmas attire, casual. Anyway, welcome to the show. So,
Right. Welcome, everybody.
welcome everybody.
So, yeah, some of you guys are early birds. How cool is
Yeah,
that?
so good for you. Maybe it'll be a quiet night tonight, but I probably just jinxed us by saying that, didn't I?
No, that's right. Hi,
It's an
Sunshine.
Yeah, and sure enough, more people are coming. Hi, sunshine. I see Holly made it. All right, well, let's get going with the card for the collective, shall we? Shall we?
Oh, sure. I was just looking at Aries' question request.
Quickly before you start doing the reads, guess quickly what?
A second job offer.
She got a second job.
She's asking us to guess where her second job offers from.
Yes.
I'll say Tim Hortons
Coffee, donuts. Tim
and
Hortons
other
sounds
food
good, but there's a Dunkin' and
and other food to eat.
Dunkin' does
Other
that.
breakfast stuff. Okay, so
I'm not sure. Is it a national chain?
no, you have to guess quickly.
Starbucks, somebody said. That's a good thought. What about Bigsby? I don't know what they sell.
Not Starbucks, not Pete's.
Not Pete's. Hmm.
My guess was Tim Hortons, but I don't know if you.
It has donuts. That's why I said Dunkin' or Tim Hortons.
I said it
He
first.
did say that first. He did. Dunkin'. Yeah. Doggone it, Harry. You're
I
talking
knew
up.
that. I knew that.
Super close, but not exactly. Because Jamie said Dunkin'. Well, it's the only ones I can think of around here, really. There must be some other chain I'm not thinking of. Cinnabon? Oh, man. Oh, good guess, Holly. I forgot about them.
Well, the clue might be in the other breakfast stuff.
Not Krispy Kreme. Doggone it. I'm stumped.
We give.
We give.
It's Tim Hortons. They're Canada.
Well, that's what I thought it was.
A gas station.
They do sell donuts Speedway and
They
stuff.
do.
True that. Ding, ding, ding.
And I said,
Tim Hortons. He said that a long time ago.
yeah, but you were over talking me or
No, it was
something.
not at the
Yeah, sure.
time. I agreed with you.
Well, good luck. I like Tim Hortons. I don't go there very often.
I've been wanting to go back there, actually.
Who's stopping you?
Hey,
All right, so we were using the Seasons of the Witch Yule Oracle,
because
and
I've just been yabbering on here, I pulled the card, and it is
thank goodness for that. Poinsettia.
number 27. Do you have my book, Mr. O?
No, I don't. It's right there by the cat's paw.
Oh, Sonny. Well, congratulations, Ari.
All right.
Juicy question about Tim Hortons. Well, you are nothing but intriguing today, I gotta say. Okay, what did I say was poinsettia? There it is. Okay. Beauty in darkness, transformation, shadow work.
Nice.
Cast the shadows, scream silence at them, dear witch. What lurks inside transforms into the most beautiful of beauty. She wrote some weird stuff when she was first doing these decks, I think. Anyway, but her interpretations are really good. Poinsettia because hardships, mistakes, and shortcomings are your beauty in the darkness. You may feel called to hide them for a time, where they will slowly morph into something new. When they are finally free to come to light, you will find your mistakes are stunning representations of your strength and determination to succeed, despite your past. But these parts of you cannot come to light without your help. They must be recovered if they are ever to be admired in the light. This process is called dun 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 shadow work. And when you are brave enough to enter the darkness, you will return wholly transformed. You are being guided to seek out your hidden parts. You may think others will judge you for things you've done. This is a natural feeling to have, but know this: those parts have made you who you are. They give you character where others are hollow, and they've taught you lessons that have contributed to your growth. There is still so much to learn from these parts. And I spoke about something similar when I wrote the interpretation for the King of Wands today, which went out. I just said that there are no losses for the King of Wands. He never loses. He either wins or he learns. And either way, he wins. And so we learn from our mistakes. We grow from our mistakes. We become better. Instead of bottling them up inside of you, morph them into something more beautiful. Your mistakes should inform you as to how you could move more constructively forward. They don't say if at first you don't succeed, try again for no good reason, right? Because you've learned something those times you have failed. Keep trying.
Hi, and I see Alicia has joined us. Hey. So that was our card for the collective.
Oh, Alicia. Okay. I
Mhm.
couldn't hear what you said.
Seems to be a lot of the time.
Yeah, it's true. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Kind of what I deal with on a daily basis. All right. I've got Alicia on the list. Let me post that list right now. Well, congratulations, Harry, again. I'm really happy to
Good luck with
hear
that.
it.
It's a job offer, so the question is kind of specific to that idea, maybe a
I
little
haven't
bit.
typed down any questions yet. I have one or two.
No, it was fun actually. I mean, Thursday's a good night to do things like that because we tend to fill up slowly with less, so we can have a little fun.
Yeah. Yeah, that was awesome, really. And Tim Hortons was a great guest by him too, because I really felt that that
It's
was
that
it.
cycle thing.
I've been thinking a lot about Tim Hortons lately, really, I have. So I want to go
Yes.
back there. I want to get me a nice flavored coffee.
All
Some
right,
of the
so I
wonderful
believe
stuff.
Libra's up and asked about a hidden message. Hidden message do I need to know? Okay.
Yes, I have that
Hi,
written
Sunny.
down.
Come on.
And there's the list as I have it.
And here's Sunny again.
Nice, honey. Just to mess with me.
Yes, personal mess. Go lay down.
Well, I did have that question. Everything else we're going to have to jump back for,
It
I
won't be
think.
a problem. I've been able to scroll back there. It was only that one time.
It's
Yes,
always
it's
the orange
always.
ones.
Watch out for the gingers.
Sonny is doing much better. He had some real gastrointestinal problems, but
We got him on
he's
probiotics.
on a probiotic and it seems to be making a difference. We're pretty happy. He's been on it for a number of days now, and we have seen improvement.
What's the name of your ginger, Libra?
Yeah, Libra. Oh,
We
we've
have one of
had
those
our
too.
share of black
Yeah, we've had
cats.
a lot of black cats.
And Shadow, of course, is one. So she's not pure black. She's got a little bit of that sort of reddish
Redness.
brown in her.
What would be without our black
But
cats?
I'll tell, oh, Bartleby. Ah, Maine Coon. Nice. Maine
Nice,
Coon
very
Leo.
nice. Good luck, Ari. Cats are wonderful. Okay, so hidden message. First card. The hidden message you need to see is the Two of Wands reversed.
Ooh.
And this may indicate that if you've had some plans about going in maybe a different direction or trying a different approach to things or setting out a new goal or situation for yourself, you might want to hold back a little bit. There may still be something else you have to attend to with other concerns you may have going on. So, and maybe there's a detail that's missed or there's just not necessarily the right time to push forward.
We didn't have a Bombay, but we had a cat that was pretty close to it and really, dark black, more black than not.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I'm talking about the beauty of Bombay cats. Yeah. The Two of Wands, I think, is Libra. What you need to know is that maybe something you're planning may need more work. And that's the hidden thing you need to know. You don't realize it yet, but it may turn out that it may need more work. It may need revising, maybe a change of plans. I can't rule anything out there other than the fact that something might be going amiss and needs to be looked at. So, why is that important?
It's strength reversed.
Well, I think you're going to have to if you want to achieve whatever it is you were hoping to with this plan, then you're going to have to get very aggressive in your approach to tackling whatever's wrong here.
Yeah, it probably means that there's going to be more effort necessary one way or the other, even if it's mental effort or some other kind of effort to move this ahead if you still want to do that. And it could be because it just needs that to tighten it up.
And so, where are things headed? Oh,
And it's the Eight of Wands reversed. And it's showing that you have the possibility of missing your target, losing your focus, or losing the energy or not being able to keep the energy going for this. So it sort of sounds iffy in a way, Libra. It sort of sounds like now is the time really to figure out how to refocus or pull in, your better protocols for engaging this. Hi, Zara. We can put you on the list.
add you to the list, absolutely, Zara. I'm gonna shorten your name to Zara if you don't mind. Just get you on the list. Welcome.
Boy, you know a lot about cats, Ari.
Okay, so yes, the eight, I think it fits right in here with the way this reading has been progressing, is that you could miss your target if you're not aggressive in trying to fix what's wrong. Obviously, you don't know what that is right now, but I have a feeling, hopefully, that that will surface. Look at this too at the Lenormand. Let me throw that out there. You've got the sleigh whip, which is the whip, of course, and the acorn. Okay, see, you'll be able to turn the situation around only if you move fast to course correct. So, whatever your plans are, as soon as you feel a bump in the road, course correct, okay? Because luck is with you if you move quickly. If not, there's a potential at the end when all is said and done that you might not achieve or things may not turn out as well as you had hoped they would. Like, for
Right.
example, if this is party planning or anything like that.
The top tarot cards sort of indicate more about the negative outcome if you're not able to apply yourself. The Lenormand gives you more hope, saying that basically there is a way you can really engage and turn on the speed, like an old boss used to say, to, whip this into shape, literally.
Well, the whip flow goes right in line with strength. I think with
Yeah.
that strength reverse there too. Just saying, quick movement, aggressive action will see that things come through for you. It'll turn things around. So, maybe some last minute thing comes up and you got to think on your feet on a way to fix it. And luck is with you if you move quickly to do so. So, good luck with that.
All right, Libra.
All right. And we are on Jamie.
Hi, Jamie. Well, yeah, you came in early too because you don't usually get the second spot. How cool is that?
Hey,
General.
the Lions this weekend, Jamie. Lions versus the Rams. I'm nervous.
All right, Jamie's asking for a general reading.
Okay, I'll get my deck. You stay beautiful. Citizen of the
And
Witch Winter Tarot, which will be also our cards for the collective next week, starting next week.
I'm going to remind everybody that my Friday show, the Outlook on the Emotional Exchanges, I've altered the format, so I've given a little bit more juiciness here. I'm actually pulling 3 cards from 2 different decks. The first 2 cards from a deck will be about your emotional vibe of the week and your emotional challenge. And then the third card is who is coming towards you and possibly why, because it's the emotional exchanges, so it may not always be about somebody coming towards you in love. Maybe somebody has a beef with you and wants to kind of express themselves.
Sile, I'll add you
Hi,
to the
Celine.
list.
So that's tomorrow or anytime after 7 o'clock. It's time stamped. Go right to your zodiac sign. Thank you.
All right. Jamie wants a general.
All right, yes. You're welcome, Libra. Good luck to you.
Well, what's with all these Eight of Wands reversed already? Here's one here. Eight of Wands reversed. But then we have the Ace of Winter Swords upright. Wow, interesting, interesting. And then the Seven of Winter Cups upright.
All right, well, I'm not sure exactly if this pertains to that, Jamie's, but it might. Let's take a look. I'm going to throw the Lenormand.
Yeah, I don't know either, but I feel a resonance between maybe the first card and the
Yes,
last card.
me too. So there's the mice, and of course that does sort of speak to what you say in a way. But here's the stars. So that's a little bit better.
Yeah, but the Eight of Wands is like a lack of focus or a lack of direction in something right now. It could be that you are spreading yourself too thin. I can't rule that out. Maybe you would know better than I, but I feel here there's a lack of direction or focus right now in some area. Um, and hmm, and I feel it has to do with making a decision of some sort, or maybe a decision coming through. In a way, Jamie, I could think this could be about some of your court cases, if there's still things looming for you.
Yeah, maybe. Hi, everyone. We'll get you on the schedule.
We'll get you on the list. I'm wondering about that because this is about, a lot of options being offered. And it's almost like you don't know what to do about that. You don't know what to choose or pick or decide. I feel here, I feel here This is kind of weird, but I feel here that with the Ace of Swords, it kind of indicates to me that it's going to hit you all of a sudden that you're going to know what you need to do. Well, I really think it's going to come from inside of you. You're going to sort things out finally and you're going to come up with an answer. I feel that Ace of Wands does carry a bit of weight here.
It's swords.
Oh, I'm sorry, but I mean that the Ace of
Yeah.
Swords, it carries a bit of weight here, and I think that if you couple it with the stars too, there's optimism here. There's a positive outcome possible to all of this. You have the mice here too, which indicates to me that whatever's going on, this lack of focus, this lack of direction, this inability to choose and out of options being presented to you, is only a temporary annoyance. It's really only temporary. I feel that things, you will come up with something. I feel like the stars is about inspiration as well, and the Ace of Wands is about epiphanies. Swords. It's about epiphanies.
Thanks for saving me a little
I
bit.
finished. I'm done.
Thanks for saving me that little bit. But I like the lightning bolt over the woman's head here. I think it's really speaks directly to what you said. It's sort of like this is really a spark of information or inspiration that will come to you in this time. It is clearly a question of figuring out where you really want to go to, figuring out what your target is, what your focus is. And maybe that's the hardest part right now is realizing that maybe either there's too many other things going on that are drawing your attention. Um, that could be contained in the fact of the Seven of Cups too, because there is a lot going on for you, I realize, and you might be waiting to see where, fate really says, Jamie's go, fire, engage. And the other things that are going on, they probably are just minor problems, like the mice suggest. It's mostly a matter of you making up your own mind or actually realizing that this fog is going to clear at some point. It really isn't going to stick around too long. I feel
Yeah.
that with the Ace of Swords there. So good luck.
Well, I just think the answer is going to come suddenly and surprisingly
Yeah.
to you. You know, that's one thing for certain. It may be soon, it may be take a little time. I'm not sure with what I'm seeing here. Most of these cards have a little bit of speed to it. Obviously, the Eight of Wands does, either way, upright or reverse. So it could be sooner than later. Good luck with that.
And on the list, you might have to make a correction. I spelled Rowan's name
I
wrong.
fixed it already.
Thank
And not
you.
only that, I fixed the number. You have the number one up. It wasn't 10,
Oh,
it was 9.
it's so
Oh,
horrifying.
that's okay.
It's
Hold on.
horrifying.
We are on Airy.
You're welcome. Well, I think the basic question was whether or not her previous experience at a different Tim Hortons might come up in this matter.
Well,
Did you see that there? Are you looking for that? I can
good
help you
job,
find it.
Jennifer. I'm getting there. Actually related to Tim Hortons, and it's kind of juicy too. I
And we're
just
back to
got a
that.
job offer from Tim Hortons, but a different location. Can you tell me if the managers are going to find out that I used to work there before through the onboarding?
Okay, so it's mostly if they're just going to find out
Yeah.
you work there.
Let's see what the cards say. We
All
might have
right.
to do a yes no on that.
Right. Ultimately, we would do that if we needed to.
Wow.
All right. The first card is the Eight of Swords upright.
Oh, well, it's Eight of Swords. Another eight.
Yeah.
Jeez.
The next card is the Four of Pentacles upright. The dragon holding on to his treasure. I like that interpretation. And then the final card is the reversed Two of Wands.
Uh-oh.
And that's kind of interesting. I like that card.
You like, well, not reversed.
Well, I mean, I like the image of the card, but I understand.
So the Two of Wands is another repeat card that came up. Interesting already. But the Eight of Swords, I don't know what to think about this. I'm of two minds on this, Ari. I'm going to take it card by card
Go
this
ahead.
time. And let you go ahead after this. First off, I almost feel that saying that maybe they're unable to find that information, that they're kind of stuck in getting that
Well,
information.
Jamie says that basically she didn't lie, she just didn't put in that
You
information.
mean
So we
Ari?
should
You said Jamie.
Airy, I'm
Okay,
sorry.
yeah. Um, I think here that, well, the one thing I really want to say is you really don't want them to know this, do you? That's the other way I was going to go with this. Is kind of like you wish they wouldn't find that out.
Yeah, there's a sense here that you want this to be sort of under wraps. Um, so
Oh, unintentionally. I see. But do you want them to find out? Because this is almost like you're trying to set up a little wall here.
well, you are asking basically if they will find out, and this maybe suggests that maybe they won't, or that maybe it feels like it somehow is not free for them to find this out, that they would have to do more to get to that.
Yeah, I kind of feel like they may not find out, or they may
Yeah,
not care, maybe. I'm wondering about here with the Four of
Pentacles.
Pentacles, though, because to me, that kind of indicates them holding on to it, like they have that information.
Yeah,
Um,
that's interesting.
So I'm wondering if they
Is
have the information, but they're not going to bother to look for it because you didn't mention it,
but
maybe?
is that what leads to the reverse Two of Wands?
Well, the Two of Wands is a little bit problematic here, but I'm not sure if it's for them because the reading was about them or if it was for Ari, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It could indicate that maybe you'll just have to, maybe they will, if they do find it, you're going to have to just say, oh, I'm sorry, I forgot to put that in there.
Well, the Two of Wands reverse could be saying that maybe you won't be able to broaden your horizons there, that maybe there'll be some limitations. So, like promotions or movements ahead might not be right away or not be in the cards at all.
Yeah, I don't know. You got it. You said you got an offer from them, right? Or a job interview, an offer. Either way, I think that,
Honesty's the best policy. So, if they ask you about it, yeah, you should just
yeah,
say it was a mistake. You didn't mean to not mention it
yeah.
and be honest. Um,
Because they are holding that info. I feel that card really says that to me. But I'm not sure about this one. Either they're intentionally not looking or they just didn't see it.
right. I mean,
I'd hate to say the one thing about this that bothers me is that it could indicate that they might look at this as you not showing, your true, you're not being upfront with them. You know what I mean? That you're being truthful with them.
well, the point of that card sort of suggests that the person has limitations.
Okay.
Is that you or is that them? Do they have limitations in being able to access that information, even though ultimately Mothership Tim Hortons has it? So maybe it just depends really on whether it's a need to know information or
I
not.
have some good news here, despite the coffin.
The coffin, the cross.
So I think your worries about that will come to an end. That's what I think. It looks like it's not going to be a big deal ultimately, because that's the grief card, but there's the coffin saying grief is ending. So I hope that's true. I don't know that we need to do the yes no. Do you think so? Do you want to?
No.
No, I don't think so. I think they've got the information. They may not care. I don't know why that two is here specifically, but I think it's just to say that maybe they, if they bring it up at all, you're saying that it was a mistake, that you just forgot might be the right thing to do.
Yeah, I don't see anything that indicates major problems here. And of course, the idea is that it's an offer, but offers can change.
Now, see if that coffin and that cross were reversed, I'd be telling you a different story.
Yeah, that's true.
I would be. I'd be saying that an ending is coming and it's going to make you feel horrible. So that's not the way this turned out, though. So good luck with that.
Well, if it's nothing that you're ashamed of, then there's no reason not to mention it at some point. I mean, if there's no possible, reason why it's not wise to mention your previous experience, then there's no reason not to.
You
Good luck.
overshare? I would have never thought. It's all right,
I
Ari.
love your questions, Ari. You always have some really good
I am
stumpers for
pretty much
us.
the same way. I'm an oversharer. All right, whoops, I'll give you those. Okay, so
All right.
let's move on to Holly.
Hi, Holly. And here comes the Sun Man again. Back and forth. Oh, sneezy sneeze. How's it going, you? What's up?
Let me close this
What's up? Go lay down.
as he is here.
Yeah, Holly left a question. I saw it. Let me find it for you. What is going to happen with Anand and me?
Anand,
Anand.
Anand, and me. Okay. All right. Okay. See.
Whoa.
All right. Ah, we have the Knight of Cups reversed. Boy, this is like 3 times in a row. Different decks. Or not in a row, but close. The Two of Wands reversed. We had it reversed in all 3 decks, didn't we?
Yeah, you're right. It's
Yeah.
come up 3 times now.
Yep.
I guess it's a Two of Wands kind of day.
But the Ace of Cups is upright. It's going to be an interesting read. Hmm.
Lenormand. It's the clouds and the midnight moon. Clouds and moon.
Oh.
All right, so Holly wants to know what's going to happen with Anand and them.
Well, not knowing totally the status between the two of you, whether you're fighting now, whether you're speaking now, whether you're betrothed now, for all I know, I would just say the Knight of Cups reversed indicates some issues here moving this relationship forward. I would say that there may be just some sputtering going on. There could be some differences or difficulties that need to be worked out.
Well, to me, the Knight of Cups reversed might indicate that um, there may either be a cooling off period or emotionally there may be nothing happening. You may be actually moving away from each other.
But then you have the Two of Wands in the middle, which indicates, I don't know, it almost seems like a new approach needs to be taken by one or both of you, to work things out. I think here that the Two of Wands is saying something isn't working right now between the two of you. Maybe just some differences of opinion and they need to be worked out.
Well, I looked at the rest of the cards and I realize now that there is more uh, hopeful outcome
Some.
somewhat. And I believe that, it is what you say, that, the idea of that night meaning movement could just mean the back and forth. And I did say that in a way too, that maybe this is whatever it is, a friendship or a more serious relationship. There is maybe a little bit of a back and forth movement going on here. That's with the Two of Wands as well, that maybe there just feels like it's not really over yet. Either there is something that is able to say a relationship is valid here, or it's still being decided or figured out. But it ends hopeful. I'm just going to jump ahead. The Ace of Cups sort of suggests that maybe something new could happen, or maybe something could start.
Well, I think there's a potential for a brighter future, a new beginning, a fresh start, something moving, you back together if you're separated, but if you are together, maybe something moving this into a deeper level. But it requires working some things out with each other, absolutely, and both partners being willing to do so. And I think here with the moon and the dark clouds facing the moon, it indicates to me that romance, there's a little bit of uncertainty here. There's a little bit of darkness, probably because, maybe this stuff is ongoing right now and needs to be worked out.
Well, the dark side of the clouds could also say it's confusion, that there are things that are just
It
not
does.
understood well. And so that relates to that reverse King of Cups, that maybe there's
Knight of Cups.
Knight of Cups, I'm sorry, of issues of back and forth or involving more important dialogue about, emotional or romantic issues. So I hope that was helpful. I mean, since we didn't really know for sure the actual nature of the relationship, I thought we did okay.
Well, it's what we've got. That's what the cards have
Yeah.
given us. That's the best way I could approach it. So if you see something else here, in other words, movement forward in this relationship is slowed right now because there's some things that need to be worked out. There's some things that aren't coming together between the two of you. And a bright beginning is possible if the work is done. So I wish you luck with that. Okay. And sunshine is up. Please move a little bit, Sonny, just a little bit.
You take care, Ari. Thank you for sharing that stuff. It really helps us understand, me understand.
Oh, thank you. Forgot that.
Uh-huh.
Uh, okay, so we are on, if I ever post it.
It
Oh,
was sunshine,
I
and
did
I'm looking
post it.
for their
Never
question.
mind.
I thought they put it down, so I just have to find it. Doo-doo-doo.
What's hidden from me that I need to know? Okay, what's hidden from you that you need to know? Your deck,
Yes.
Mr. O?
Is it mine?
Yeah, you just gave me these back.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so that
So
means
give
you
me that.
guys.
Yes, thank you.
Oh, alrighty then. Well, I'm going to use my Joker Tarot. The
That's no
Joker,
joke.
the Joker is wild.
Where's Kara? Sonny's here. He wasn't here at all last Sunday.
Tara. That's me being a New Yorker saying Adrian. No one gets it if they're under 40.
I don't know how Kara puts up with us.
Lukewarm.
Oh, you're silly now. All right. So what's hidden from her that she needs to know?
All right, so that's your reading.
Mm-hmm.
All righty.
Okay.
It's the chariot reversed, and the chariot reverse could be saying that something may be forcing you to retreat or to move back from a goal or something you're trying to accomplish. It could also mean too that you're losing your interest or motivation or drive for likewise for your need to finish a project or to move ahead on a project. So it could be a little bit of both, actually.
It could be a little bit of both. I'm going to err on the side of, because you need to know it. I kind of feel, or it's hidden from you, I kind of feel you probably would know if your motivation's no longer there. But something, what might be hidden from you, actually, I'll combine those two a little bit here. What might be hidden from you is something is blocking you um, from moving forward with something you've wanted to work on, and it's making you lose your momentum. It's making you lose your motivation and the enthusiasm you had. Challenges, bumps in the road sometimes does that. It throws us off our game, and we sometimes just want to say, I'm done with this for a while. So
Right.
go
It
ahead.
could almost be something that detours you in a way too, that just really says, well, let me try another way. And of course, that's not necessarily going to work out either or have, a measurable better outcome.
Well, why is this important? Let's see what we've got.
And it's the Hierophant reversed.
Oh, there you go. You have to be willing to really think outside the box on this one. Once this starts happening to you, because I don't think it's happened yet, because this is what hidden things you need to know. And maybe this could be about, since it is about things you need to know, maybe this is about things about yourself you need to know right now. Maybe you're too easy to let go and give up on something or stop in your tracks when things start going south. And the Hierophant reversed is why is this important? Is because you need to really be more willing to take your time with it and give it more thought and think of alternative solutions. You can't always do things in the same old way and expect better results. So you're being called upon here to think about a new way forward.
It's important that you realize too that, sometimes you don't have to measure up to other people's standards in this. And so
That's good.
if the idea is that, whatever's blocking you kind of presents with the idea that, well, you just needed to expect that, you don't have to accept that. Um, I don't know why I said that because I get the feeling like this is an outside impediment or challenge that is trying to block or limit your flow. And so that could also represent to somebody else feeling that they know better for you. You don't have to cop to that.
So where are things headed?
And judgment
Oh
reversed.
my gosh.
It's almost again more out of the box thinking in a way,
Well, but it's a
but
refusal in a
yeah.
way. Um, where things are headed is things will not move forward if you don't think your way through this. If you refuse to give this more thought, give this more effort to be able to shift your perspective, or maybe, as Mr. O said, continue to go against the grain, and people might be trying to hold you back. If that is the case, it's gonna amount to no transformation if you can't do that.
This hidden thing you need to know about is probably really a lot more important than maybe any of us realize because I think with judgment reversed, there's an idea that this is something you really are getting a lesson from, some sort of lesson that's important. And so it is important that you understand what it is you're trying to learn here about whatever that was, you know.
It's a really interesting reading, and in a way, it kind of reminds me of Libra's reading a little
Yeah, a
bit.
little bit, yeah.
But let's take a look at this.
All right, the snow fox. Aw, he's so pretty there. And another white animal, the stork.
So, in order for something new to happen or develop, you really are going to have to think outside the box. You're going to have to be crafty. You're going to have to be smart. You're going to have to be sharp. And again, I feel these two combined with the Hierophant are the key here. You, whatever situation you're dealing with and what you think you may need to know, you need to be willing to think differently now, do things differently now. Uh, that's the key. That's the key.
Yeah, there's definitely like the idea that, you know, you need to access where your clever skills are. It's thinking out of the box, but it's also trying to think ahead of others when you can.
And it kind of again reminds me of Libra's reading because it was a very similar thing where the cards here that came out fit right there. Bam.
Yeah.
I, I don't know, but that's what we have for you.
Good luck,
Good luck
Holly.
with that. Different cards, but a similar
Oh, I'm
message,
sorry. That's not
Sunshine.
Holly. That was Sunshine.
Yeah,
Whoops.
that was Sunshine.
Excuse me. Excuse me. Boy, I get confused.
And we're on, to confuse you more, now
Alicia.
we're on Alicia. Nothing confusing there.
All right.
Hi, Alicia. You're
You're
welcome,
welcome,
Sunshine.
Sunshine. I don't believe Alicia left a question.
Okay. We'll hold
So
on
if you're
for you,
there, we'll give you a
Alicia.
minute.
We'll give you a few minutes. Want to remind everybody that our unhappy hour came out today.
Yeah.
It's how to turn those frowns upside down in the period between this fourth quarter moon till next fourth quarter moon through the astrologicals for the elemental signs of the zodiac and also for the world. What a crazy world reading we had.
But all the readings were pretty good. So
Yeah.
unhappy hour is a misnomer. It's really about how you deal with the things that are trying to bum you down. And there's Alicia's question.
On the Voro project or the job search project? Oh, let's do two and two.
Two and
Okay.
two. All
I
right.
like it.
Two cards for one, two
Yep,
cards
it's
for the
my
other.
deck.
Already.
I won't get it.
Yes.
And you got the Lenormand. I am going to use not the Golden Girls, the Yule deck. Let's use that one. Yuletide. Okay. Good grief. Is he eating again? Probably.
I didn't notice. I don't know where he is.
That's all right.
Hopefully he's
He
okay.
has
And we
flown the coop.
are great. Okay.
Oh my gosh, it's going to get cold next week. This is so January like. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty cold.
Late January, early February weather we've been getting.
I'm ready to break out the thermos.
I have been already. What are you talking about?
And so I do two and two for
Yes,
the
you do.
Lenormand too. All right.
Yes, you do. So the first one is going to be the Voro project.
All right.
Whoa, wow. Got the Wheel of Fortune here, upright. Wow. But we also have the Ten of Cups. Wait a minute, let me make sure about this. Yes, it's the Ten of Cups, the Ten of Good Cheer reversed.
Okay. And we have Is that
Oh, that's the snake.
that's what I thought.
What?
Humbug, which is the snake. Oh, and it was so promising. And the sleigh. So that's the first one. Okay.
Wow, this is such a mixed bag. I'm kind of worried about even talking about this one, Alicia. I mean, on the one hand, the Wheel of Fortune here is here, which means this could be a lucky thing for you to work on this. It seems like the time is right to work on this, according to the Wheel of Fortune, except that I don't know why the Ten of Cups is here reversed. It's almost as if maybe you're having issues, you'll be having issues in dealing with these people.
You're right, like, emotionally they're not, sound.
There's
So
just
it's
problems, with the there's maybe some dissatisfaction or changes that they want or things that are driving you crazy about it. Um,
is
Something like that.
focusing on the project bring bad emotional feels with, other things going on in your life? Are there conflicts of interest with the project? Wondering if that could be what that's indicating.
You just might find that they're hard to work with in a
Yeah.
way. I don't know. It's pretty bizarre.
Well,
And then
then you have those Lenormand.
you have the snake and
The
the
ship.
sleigh, which
Yeah.
is the ship. And it could be a risky move, I guess, to work on them first. There are some risks attached to taking this job. I'm not sure why. I mean, I assume the financial arrangement and everything is on the up and up. So, unless there's something going on there, and I'm not totally seeing that in the cards. It's more an emotional kind of thing, like frustration, some disappointment, things like that.
Well,
What?
that Ten
Go
of
ahead.
Cups, then, bad or not great relations with people, combining with the snake in its own way, too. The snake represents the idea of somebody being duplicitous or not being honest totally.
Hmm. Let's take a look at the other one,
Yeah, I'm going to
the
move these
job
aside
search
here.
project. And for that one, the first card I drew was the star reversed. Wow, this is so weird. And the five of candles reversed, which is the five of wands. Wow.
In the Lenormand, it's you, the snow lady, or somebody, but it's probably you, and mistletoe, which is the heart.
Well, the job search one clearly has its issues as well. Um, but I'm almost wondering here when I saw that five of wands, and the five of wands has kind of an ambiguous message as well, in that it could be people just deciding I've had enough of people not getting along, I'm walking away. But when I pulled that card, I felt the other tugging at me, and that was that it seems as though this job is less stressful with the people involved. With the star reversed here, though, there's something that you're not very confident or optimistic about this job for some reason. There's some waffling here with how it's going to turn out, maybe, or, if this is really the right one for you. There's some questioning going on of, is this the right choice? And more so, maybe you want this job more than that one, is what I sort of thought here. But then again, I see the snow lady and I see the heart. And I think that that's saying here that your heart would really be into this job. More so, maybe, than it would be with this one.
Well, I like what you indicate there, Alicia, because maybe that does sound really in a way like that first set of cards there. But when I think about the second set of cards, there may be a little bit of people stuff going on too, but mostly it seems to be you with other people's ambitions, perhaps, so that there may be a sense of you having to be more competitive. And maybe you like that part too, because I can kind of sense that about you. Maybe you like, getting in there to be competitive, but you have to realize that, some of that is, the way it goes. Some things may be successful, some things may not work out as well. So it is really a kind of mixed bag, in my opinion.
Well, they each have some pluses and some minuses.
Right. I mean, I agree with what you said there, that this is something you really are
And
going to
you
dig
just said
more.
it's your project, which to me now that makes perfect
Ah,
sense.
okay.
So your
Yeah.
heart is into doing the job thing, but you're really not that, sure, maybe you question whether it's going to pay off for you, or
Right.
maybe you question, if this is really right for you. This Voro thing, it seems like, yeah, I don't know. I guess I'm picking up the mistrust there than with that Ten of Cups reversed.
And the snake.
And the snake. The snake is making you wonder if everything's on the up and up with them. The wheel indicates that this could turn out okay. It's a powerful card to get, but I'm really dubious when the snake appears. I really am. So I would say this project looks like the better of the two by a little bit, but it is not without its challenges. You have to believe in yourself. You have to believe in, that this is going to work out for you. And with that with the 5 of Wands here, you feel like there would be less stress and less sense of, having maybe to argue and deal with people because this is your baby, right? So you almost
Yeah,
feel
that's
more in
really true
control
too, in a
here
way.
and you're not dealing with some of the problems you have with some of these other projects. Something to consider. I know it's a little bit shaky either way here, but I don't know. Even with the wheel here, I question this if this is the right thing to do at this time. I guess maybe with the wheel here, it's sort of leaving the Voro project by saying, hey, this is kind of up to you if you want to put your fate in this, but it's not going to be an easy road if you do.
Well, when the star is reversed, it does feel like, you may be, setting your expectations lower or just somewhat more reasonably. And yeah, sometimes I toggle with the 5 of Wands. Sometimes I think it represents more competitiveness, but actually I think it's more true to say that it represents being able to handle that. So, although the prospects may not seem quite as fortuitous, you may feel like you have better luck focusing on your job project over Voro.
Yeah, and I would go with that, but I would say this, if nothing else, we can see there's pluses and minuses in both
True.
situations here. So, it's kind of up to you, the cards are saying, but your heart is really with the other one. And I always say to people, go with your heart. Go with your heart. Good luck with that.
And of course, like your question indicates, it's not like you can't also focus on Voro. You just focus more on your own project. But you'll have to figure that out. Good luck.
All right, I'm sorry. I'll take those.
You'll take
Yep,
these.
and those.
All right.
See,
And
I know
Sarah.
they love to question, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, they did. I remember that. I'm going to go look for it.
Oh, you on my computer. I need my wand. You silly boy. That can't be comfortable. Hi, hi, Zara. There
There
it
it
is.
is. I
I'd
saw it
like to
too.
know, is there any messages for me pertaining to my path to purpose and progress at this time? Hopefully, mom comes in. Oh, okay. Your mom is on the other side?
All right, I'm going to once again use my Mind's Eye Tarot. I think it's a lovely deck to use for this.
And there he goes again.
Do I do that as yours or as just the three?
It's about life purpose and let me see. I think just three.
Any messages for me pertain to my path to purpose and progress at this time?
Well, it could be mine. Can I think a minute and look at the question? I can't find it.
I'll
I
read it
just
again.
had it. There it is. All right. Let's do mine.
Very good. Already, I'm ready then.
Okay.
And it's the upright King of Swords. Shall I?
Yeah, you can.
All right. So the message is to be bold. That maybe you haven't really been thinking earnestly about what it is you want to do, but this is mostly saying whatever that is, you have to strike bold. And the King of Swords is really also too about understanding those aspects related to the question or the project well enough to be able to make a really reasonable decision. So this could also be saying too, you need to expand your mind on the entire topic of, how you progress.
Well, I think here that the message is definitely, you know, keep strategizing. Always plan your moves carefully. This is a time to really consider making big, bold choices and decisions and to trust yourself to do them right. But the other part of this is that you are very mentally prepared and astute enough to make the right moves and the right choices now. You just have to be bold and do them. And I think that's a big part of the message here with this card is to be bold and do them. Cut to the chase, eliminate the things around you that are diverting you from what you feel your purpose in life is.
It's focus too.
Right. Why
So
is this important?
it's the reversed Page of Cups.
Well, okay, maybe you've been having problems focusing on, your life purpose and what you should be, how you should be moving it forward now. And the page here could indicate some mental confusion or just some like feeling like you can't get in tune with your inner wisdom to guide you at, excuse me, to guide you at this time.
Right. It may represent an idea that, you're looking at yourself and you're over focusing on the things that you feel are not good in this quest. So you're focusing maybe on softer qualities that you don't think serve your purpose here. And so it's important to realize that you are composed of multiple, facets and that they are in differing strengths. So embracing your bravery and trying to, plot your course on your own also means to accepting, other parts of yourself that you don't feel are quite as brave or strong, but realizing that
Sonny,
they need to be there, that maybe they add um, a sense of moderation or a sense of emotional intelligence that needs to be with you too.
well, and that's it too. It's possible here that emotionally you're kind of not totally in balance here with, it's out of balance maybe with your purpose in life right now. Maybe you're getting over anxious about things where you don't necessarily need to. Let's see.
Okay,
What?
well, I was just going to mention that Zara did mention that their
I saw
mama
that.
passed. And I
We'll get
almost
to
wonder if
that.
maybe
We'll
that
mention that.
represents a little bit of the female consciousness, but not
No,
necessarily.
don't worry about
So
it.
where will this lead to, Zara?
Don't worry about it.
And it's the devil. So the devil could be taken two ways in this regard. One way could be saying that um, to some degree, you're going to feel like you're not really in command of yourself, like you sort of feel there's a sense of you're working under somebody else's orders, so you don't truly feel free. Maybe that explains where you've been before with this. But another thing would be saying, like, you could also embrace those more wild aspects of yourself that do want to rebel in certain ways. So it could be saying, find that standard or balance of where you can rebel for yourself in a way that maybe is positive and that acts towards, the bravery issue there.
Well, you remember what I said in the beginning here when I talked about the king, and I said that you need to eliminate all the things in your life that may be distracting you from your true purpose. And that involves any habits, any mindsets, any confusion, like with this page here, that may be setting you back right now. So the devil is about restrictions, and things that may be holding you back. And so I feel here that if this is where things are headed, you need to confront them. That's what this is saying. You need to confront the things either inside of you or maybe the external things that you are allowing in your life to interfere with your life's purpose at this time. And now, before I do the Lenormand, I have to tell you something, Zara. When I was shuffling the cards, I specifically was thinking about your mom at the time, and just wondering if she had a message for you. And the first card I drew is a card that is often considered a mother figure, a mama image, a mama bear. So I was so surprised when I saw that. And if we want to add to that to show that it's your mom giving you this message, there's the coffin with your mom. And so she has passed, and I think this just came up to tell me that she's here. She's here in this reading. She believes in you. She believes that you have what it takes to get there. She knows that sometimes you may get led astray or not believe in yourself or be confused about where things are going or maybe a little anxious about things in life. But she also knows that ultimately you have to confront the things in your life that are holding you back from achieving your goals. And because the king is here and because she is here, she says you're perfectly capable of doing this.
I couldn't say it any better. I mean, the polar bear truly represents, the ultimate power of a woman or of a female principle. And I think it just combines with the King of Swords to say she's here to lend that strength. She understands that maybe some of that is emotionally a challenge for you, and that ultimately where you go will be a test of what it is you can, face in terms of your restrictions and limitations, and how you can put all of that into balance.
Now, if I hadn't been focusing on your mom when I shuffled those cards, I would read this way. I feel this coffin is tied to the devil. And again, I would say once you put an end to the things that are restricting you and holding you back, you will find your personal power and you'll be able to, go towards your full purpose in life, fully aware and fully in command. So, either way, but I think this is just indicative of your mom telling you this message. So, good luck with that.
Really nice. I'm so glad you joined us tonight. I
That's
hope you enjoyed
wild.
that.
Sea light is up.
All right.
How do I guarantee a successful DJ career, particularly event bookings? Oh, you moved back home today. Okay. Hmm. Well, we'll see what we can get out of the cards. You're very welcome, Sarah.
You are very welcome.
Thank you for stopping in. All right. So that was my deck. So
No,
no, that wasn't my deck. Sorry. I'll give you these and I'll get a deck. Okay.
we'll be here for happy hour at 10 a.m. this Saturday. It'll be pretty much right on time because I do have to go to work afterwards. But join us for a single card draw for everybody in our chat room, promising a positive and uplifting message, possibly divine driven. And that's our happy hour, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Saturday.
Okay. One more. Whoops.
All right, so I don't know if that's the most important part of your question that you moved back home or not.
No,
I don't
it's
think it
just
is. Just another fact.
yeah.
Well, event bookings.
Okay. Interesting. It's the Four of Candles upright.
That's the four wands.
Yep.
Yes.
And now we have the Six of Wands reversed. But the Five of Presents is reversed, and the Five of Presents is the Five of Pentacles reversed. So that's good news. All right.
In the Lenormand, it's the anchor and the snow lady, which could be you.
Ha! Well, you're going to have to remain committed to working hard. I feel here the anchor is saying, and also you've got to find a way to stabilize this, obviously. You feel like, you're having maybe some difficulties in drumming up business. And there's my wand.
There it is.
Okay. And so with the Four of Candles, I mean, almost this is an interesting reading about what you do in a way, because the Four of Candles is about celebrations, right? You want to be there for people's weddings or graduations or, whatever kind of events that they have that need hosting. And that's kind of what the Four of Candles here is. You've got to focus on getting the word out about what you can offer for these events. You've got to really focus on, I feel, the celebratory type events, that you could be doing. And with the Six
Six.
of Wands here, I'm going to say here, don't expect people to just be rushing to you. You're going to have to earn this. You're going to have to work for this victory that you want. And I think here it's really going out and getting the word out every which way you can. Besides social media, maybe you've got to make special videos where you highlight your services, maybe you have to put up flyers different places. You have to go to certain venues and things and say you are available. Maybe, I never know with like weddings and some of these things like that, if the actual venues people do it at, want to know about DJs that are available because maybe they're asked by the wedding parties, or trying to put this together. So, whatever way you can get the word out to different groups of people that you would be DJing for, you're going to have to work at it and do it. I'll stop with those two cards.
Thank you. So you're asking us, kind of in a way, what your better strategies might be. When I
Yeah.
look at the Six of Wands reversed, I think this is about the personality you project
Oh,
as a winner or not necessarily as a winner. So some of this is saying always project yourself as being really super in charge. You have to have an oomph kind of personality. On the other hand, there may be some venues where maybe you're looking at the work you're being hired for or that you want, the market you want to get into. And maybe the idea is to emphasize other things than yourself, emphasize the event or the kind of work you can do, but not you so much. So this could be saying either, try to emphasize yourself more or try to downplay yourself more and emphasize what you do more. The 4-1 sounds perfect for what you do because it is about parties. Is this suggesting that you find a way to directly market more to house parties or certain kinds of home kind of celebrations? So, for example, maybe there's a way you can have ads or mentions of you as a DJ specifically for people who do home parties of various sorts, anniversaries, birthdays, any kind of celebration. Finding a way to target the home market directly. Want to pick it up again?
Yes, that's the shoot. Oh, the five of presents
Pentacles
reversed,
reversed.
pentacles. And so I think some modest recovery is possible here, but you have to work for it. I feel here that once you do, you'll be able to recoup and get things back going again. But you're going to have to keep that momentum going. You're going to have to keep that ship stable. You're going to have to anchor yourself fully into this process of trying to drum up the business. It's not easy, doing that kind of business for yourself because you really have to always be out there promoting,
Yeah, and you have
finding
to
new
make
ways to
yourself into a
promote
total
yourself out there.
personality, which
Yeah.
is probably good that you moved home because then maybe, more of your support, in terms of living stuff will happen and you can really focus on your career. Of course, it depends
Hey,
on who you're living with and what they like about you.
you know what? That's not a bad read for the four of
What?
wants here too. Moving at home back with family might be a good
Your
move for you at
strength.
this time.
Your strength is.
It may not seem like it, but maybe you need that stability right now, that anchor, till you can get a recovery going.
So I
So,
didn't really mention the Five of
oh,
Pentacles
go ahead.
reversed, and what I feel it means is like you figuring out your best way to get forward is to break into the winner's circle, to break into an area where you're not at yet, because that's what that Five of Pentacles represents is going from a space of feeling isolated, which may be what you're feeling, and moving to a space where the winner's circle is. And I don't know what the winner's circle is for DJs trying to figure out what the right cliques or unions or places to join, or going to other people's events now and then and trying to drum yourself up that way, making yourself appear to those people who are already more on the making it level, showing them, that you support them and that maybe you're hoping that they'll support you too. It's interesting. I call that the winner's circle because, of course, in the Lenormand, we have the anchor, which could be a sense of a winner's circle.
I want to go back to the six for a minute here, the six of candles, and also
I see.
mention to you that, you know, there are ways you can try to attract this audience that may be out there, but not necessarily either knowing about you or paying attention right now. When you do a gig of any sort, and if you are advertising, say, on Google or some of these social media apps that, like Yelp, comes to mind, and I don't know where you're at and whether you have access to these things. But the thing is, if you can advertise on there and tell people that you've done a gig to write a review for you out there so that you can start drum up some reviews of your services, that also testimonials. For example, if you have a website, put testimonials out there. That might help drum up business as well and get you noticed. So that's another thing I thought of when I saw that card. I forgot to mention it.
All right,
Okay,
CJ.
CJ,
I put you on the list, and yeah, we'll do another past life reading because we like doing those. We'll do them the way we normally do them, so we'll see how that works.
that's
But
11
like
now.
I've mentioned to somebody, it gives us a chance really to test our intuition and also to test our ability to see things and put them together in one narrative.
Well, you're coming up soon. We had a shorter list so far.
Yeah, you'll be the
So
one right after this reading.
we
We're
got
reading
one more
for
reading to go and then we
Rowan.
get to you.
Oh, but now we're reading for Christine, Spirit Connections.
Oh, well,
Hey,
now there's two, but okay, Okay, that's after CJ.
All right, we'll get you on the list. Spirit connections. General guidance for Rowan. That's my deck again, right?
Yes.
All right. General guidance. And you're welcome, Alicia. I don't know if you're still around, but we appreciate that.
She's doing both. Okay. Well, just be wary about that one. That Vero. Yay! That's awesome.
Yeah, it is. Nice. Aw, thank you. But you did the work.
You're very welcome, Sunshine.
You're welcome, Sunshine, too. All right, general guidance for Rowan. And I'm using my Gothic Tarot of the Vampires.
Ooh, that's scary.
A little,
A little.
perhaps.
All right.
All right. And it is the Hanged Man reversed.
Oh, that came up again. That's been coming up a bit. Hmm.
And it's the Four of Swords reversed.
Okay.
And it's the Two of Pentacles reversed. So a lot of reversals. The Hangman reversed, the Four of Swords reversed, and the Two of Pentacles. And here's our spicy coffin again. Well, our
Yeah, coffin keeps coming up.
Yule log. And the home.
Hmm.
Okay, general guidance for Rowan. Well, maybe you're regretting a decision or a sacrifice you made, something that maybe you changed and now you realize maybe you didn't need to change it. Or maybe you feel that this change is coming to you and you're not prepared for it in a certain way because it involves you accepting a certain wisdom that maybe you don't agree with or you're not really down with.
I don't know. I'm going to take a little different tack with this one. The hangman can mean a number of things. So tarot in general can mean a number of things. And right now, unless I change my mind as I go along, but I really feel as though this may indicate something that maybe you've been putting off making a decision on. Sometimes when the hangman is reversed, he should come down off the tree, but he doesn't want to. When he's on the tree, he's sitting there thinking and meditating and getting all kinds of inner wisdom, but he's not necessarily ready to leave yet. Or he doesn't want to. He's reluctant to have to do what he has to do.
So you're feeling half-hearted maybe about moving forward with something, but yet the guidance is suggesting that you do have to. The Four of Swords reverses. Maybe you're coming through whatever recovery you've been trying to, or whatever you have used to set yourself back in a way. This is a decision you really have to figure out if you can make
Is
it.
this like 5 or 6 times?
I know.
Listen, you. Why can't you just stay? Why can't you just stay? Yeah, yeah.
So the guidance really is that if there are decisions you've been putting off, you really have to kind of move forward with them to some degree. And some of this may involve really serious issues, I suppose, undertakings.
Okay, so the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords reversed indicates that you are going to have to make that move, choice, or decision, or whatever you've been trying to avoid or not wanting to confront or deal with at this time, or that's up and coming. You may not know about this yet. Um, you're just going to have to do it. You're going to have to put your energy into doing this.
Is the Two of Pentacles reversed the suggestion that what this is about is something that you really wanted to move away from? That's also indicated by the Hangman reverse in a way too, or that continuum there. And until you actually address that to some degree, you won't be able to move ahead.
Well, maybe. I kind of feel like the Two of Pentacles here is saying that reversed is saying that having to deal with this maybe is upsetting some plans or throwing some of your life into some chaos a little bit. Now you have to make time for this or deal with something you had hoped you didn't have to deal with right now. But so it's going to, cause a little bit of imbalance or make you feel like, oh, things are, this is some kind of upheaval. It may not be that bad, but it just needs to be done, and it may cause a little bit of a shakeup of some sort in your life, but it's not a super major one, just a little bit frustrating.
So let's move on to the Lenormand then.
Yeah, with the house and the Yule
Coffin.
log indicates to me that this position you're in right now, which may feel more comfortable to you than dealing with, the issue, is is going to come to an end. You're going to have to deal with whatever this is.
And that's the guidance for you. I can't disagree with that. That really, if you've been putting off decisions or if decisions are coming to you that you don't think you're ready to face, you may have no choice. You may have to really move on them. That's what I think.
That's about right. So
Alrighty.
that's what we have for you. Good luck with that, Rowan.
Can't always put off what you want to. And I'm not saying that that's what you said, but you asked for the guidance. So hopefully that helped. All right. And so we are on
CJ.
CJ, who asked for a past life reading, which is
Yes.
exciting.
All this stuff is on my little RAM here. I'm gonna have to watch this. Okay.
For anybody still here, we are back on Sunday from 2 to 4 p.m., our regular Sunday afternoon show where you can pretty much do what you're doing here. Ask us no questions. We will tell no lies. Of course, this is for entertainment purposes only, so good luck.
All right. Past life. Let's see what we get.
I sure hope so.
Well, I'm gonna throw a wrench at you.
Oh.
Yes. Just a little one.
And we believe that people may live a number of past lives. So this may be about one in particular, or it may be a generality that, maybe some of your past lives might adhere to. It's hard
We'll
to
just
say.
see where the
We'll
card
just see.
goes.
That's right.
All right.
Okay, wrench girl. Oh, you're doing that.
That's not the wrench part.
Well, it's enough of
I
a
was
wrench to
gonna
me.
do that anyway. Wow.
Nobody knows what
Interesting
gender.
cards I am
What?
passing by to try to get there. Well, look at that. It's a Knight of Wands reversed.
Okay. So maybe you were a dude.
Let's put that down, but here's the wrench. That's the person, but I'm going to throw three cards besides that. That's the Ace of Wands reversed. Wow. The Five of Wands upright. And the Ten of Pentacles upright.
Ooh,
Well, this is sort of interesting to me.
spin it. Love and light to you, Rowan. Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Okay.
All right, mountain and that pesky coffin. You fell off a mountain. That's how it ended.
You may not be far from the truth here. Let's take a look at this life of yours. You could have been a male. And my feeling is that this life of yours may have been cut a little short. Um, I think it had to do with whether you directly were part of this or you're just a victim of it. It seems to have to do with some family problems, some family. What's the middle card again?
It's the Five of Wands.
Yes, the Five of Wands.
Ooh.
Family money and major blow up arguments. Um, People were fighting with each other over either property or money, and you could have been killed maybe in this squabble. You might have been somebody they wanted to get rid of so you couldn't inherit something. I get the feeling here, I don't usually go into this, but I might think that this might have been some not just wealthy family, but it could have been like a ruling family of some sort. Whether it's a monarchy, like a monarchy family, or just some ruling family that had a lot of power and a lot of money. And, you know, I would have to say here, I just look at that Ace of Wands and I'm thinking, your life was cut short here. I almost wonder too if I don't think you were a child per se, but I think you could have been a teen or a young adult when this happened.
I actually think the clue is in the mountains, that maybe it's an area that had mountainous things, mountainous ranges in it. For some reason, I'm feeling it's an Asian or Chinese of any
Oh,
particular time. It's just a thought that comes to me, CJ. So don't take it as gospel necessarily. You absolutely were some sort of young man. If you survived to the mid 20s, you were already considered towards middle age. So you may have been a late teen, considered a man. I do feel you came from a family that had more than one son or daughter, and that
yeah.
you were down the scale a little bit. So you were not necessarily going to receive what an older son might have gotten. And so there was, bickering or some sense of, placement in a family. That's the Five of Wands. And the family itself, the Ten of Pentacles. I do get a vibe that you probably died while you were young. I made a joke about falling off of a mountain, but it could have been something like that. Maybe, I don't think you died without necessarily by accident. I think it was sort of designed in a way, but I'm not getting a clear image. I just sort of feel that.
Well, and I also feel here that when I look at that five of wands there, I wonder if it's not an intra-family thing, that it was a fight between two warring families, like in feudal society. I really almost am getting a vibe this might go back to that era.
Well, even China or Asia had feudal societies, of course. So this still could happen anywhere in the world, really.
Yeah, but I can't really get a place like he is, but I'm feeling it's like
A
that
feudal kind of society.
era. And with the Yule log and the mountains, what that tells me is that you died because there were struggles. There were struggles. You were struggling to either survive. I think I personally feel it could have either been a battle or an outright murder if this was like a family kind of thing. If it's intra-family, it could have been through a battle, a war. And if it's the family, somebody could have betrayed you and took your life.
As a younger son, you may have been expected to move into a more military position, and it's possible there was some malfeasance that went on there, or like she indicated, between rivaling families or groups.
Now, I have to say, when we just do this with the tarot and Lenormand, we don't often get demise. But I could just see why this came up when I laid all this out. It just seems like that's the case. You struggled here. And I feel here with this is the Page of Wands reversed. Wait, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Wands.
Hmm.
I feel here that you were angry. You were an angry youth too because of what was going on. There was a lot of anger, and maybe that anger was channeled into a war. The family was
Well, you
involved.
realize that, as a younger son, you were not going to get what the older sons got necessarily. You're going to have to fight and scrap more, and maybe you were obliged more to get involved in the military or some other operation
Or
to
your
make your way.
family was fighting another family who wanted the land and the wealth. It's one or the other, and I could
That's a good
see
point, too.
either one. Well, that's what I've been trying to bring up here.
And CJ sort of gets a ring with that,
Yeah.
too, the jealousy
Well,
factor,
family
too, right?
jealousy, that's yours.
Very interesting.
Yeah. So good luck with that. I mean, it's interesting. You might want to try to meditate or, delve into this on your own and see what you come up with. Good luck.
Alrighty, and we're on Christine, Spirit Connections. It was fun, too, wasn't it? I liked
Yeah.
it. I hope you did too, CJ.
You're welcome, CJ. We love doing them. It
I get
stretches
inspired.
me.
I get
It
inspired.
stretches both my intuition,
You're
and
welcome.
my ability to extract that from the cards.
So I'm glad you got your stripe, Christine. You just keep moving on. I'm glad you're able to focus in something that really brings you a great sense of purpose and accomplishment. Everyone needs that.
Belt testing tomorrow. What's going to be happening with the belt testing
All
tomorrow?
right.
All right.
Let's try something.
And it's 8:41, so I think we should close the list.
Yeah.
We've been taking our time with some of the readings tonight. So Christine will be the last.
And I'm going to use my newer Rebel Witches deck.
Okay. What?
So we would do a two and two then, I guess, if we do one for each of you, you and Jonathan.
Oh, did she? Oh, okay.
That's fine. We'll
Okay,
do that.
yes, we can.
Of course. And Holly, we did do your reading, so you may have to scroll back. It's a few back.
Yeah, we did do your reading, Holly, so you'll have to find it on the list.
So the one on one side will be for you, Christine, and then the other side's Jonathan. So this is what's basically going on about the testing.
Well, you're very welcome, Holly. Not a problem. You leave the question, we'll just do it when it's your turn.
Yeah, we may not always be able to help guide you back there. Tonight we didn't have a lot of patrons here, so it won't
You
be
don't have
real
to go
hard.
very far, yeah. All right.
Oh, I hope you are excited. I wish you luck. All right. You're welcome. All right, so this one is for you. Wow, talk about an interesting contrast. And I don't know how these judgments occur, but the first one is the Tower reversed, but the Nine of Cups upright. Isn't that freaky?
That's really weird.
That's freaky.
Well, let's throw the Lenormand on that.
And then the Snowman, maybe that's you, maybe that's a judge, I don't know. And the wreath, which is the ring.
Well, it's an odd mixed bag here. And I feel that there may be some missteps with the tower. That's the tower, right?
Right.
There may be some missteps here with the tower, with your testing tomorrow. Maybe, some lessons that you've had just didn't click, or you just didn't you did
Perform.
something a little bit off, but you've got the Nine of Cups here. I really don't think it's going to hurt you all that much. You have the potential of getting the results that you wish here. And, but, just be careful and make sure you're prepared. I think here, this is saying you don't want to repeat past mistakes you may have made.
Well, it sounds like you get pretty much what you expect out of it, whether that's the win or not, with some caveats, the tower reversed. And maybe the caveats are that you will realize where you should have made an improvement or where you did something differently that maybe made the difference. But it sounds like you're going to still do okay. You're going to be satisfied with what you get despite that.
Yeah, I feel like either the snowman could just be you, or it could be a judge. I think they're remaining committed to your forward progress here, and you probably will be able to achieve it, maybe, or they're going to commit you to more work, if they feel like something just was not done, needs more work. Let's just put it that way, that needs more learning.
Well, and I agree with that. I sort of think the snowman represents the idea of a judge who's committed to doing things well, but also in the interest of you moving forward. That they have an interest in bringing you forward too. They don't want to keep holding you down, and so maybe the tower reverse represents either them or you realizing that in terms of those forms or things that maybe there was something you could have done a little different that might have been better in their eyes. All right, so Jonathan then, he gets the King of Swords upright.
Oh, boy, that king's been coming up
I
right.
know.
What the?
And the Five of Pentacles upright. So once again, it's sort of like the same thing. It's like, oh, something's really good, something's not exactly as good. Five of Pentacles. So what's yours?
Five of Pentacles upright and the King of Swords upright. Well, guess who's back?
The Coffin. And the Snow Fox.
Hmm.
And the Coffin was first, right? Okay.
All right, let's try to make sense of this. Ah,
Okay, good. That's great then. Yep.
that's good to know. That's good to know. I think the King of Swords here indicates that uh, Jonathan, right?
Mhm.
Jonathan's name will make wise moves, wise decisions that could spell success. But the Five of Pentacles just seems to indicate to me that maybe not everybody will see that for what it is. I just wonder here if maybe he will lack some of the support that I'm seeing for you, and I'm not sure why that would be. I have some other thoughts about the Five of Pentacles, so I'm going to let Mr. O go while I
Well, I like the
think
King of
about that.
Swords. I actually feel like it says not so much about him, but that he just receives a good judgment. He receives a good judgment, but then there's that nagging Five of Pentacles there. Yeah, you mentioned it, right. And maybe he gets a good judgment, but he still doesn't get all the way where he wants to go, because that's kind of like what the Five of Pentacles
Something
says.
is lacking.
Yeah, so he's
Yeah.
still not able to get there, but he gets an encouraging judgment. King of Swords. Now, did you already talk about the coffin and the
I did
fox?
not.
Okay.
I think that there's no way to like fool a judge, okay? Because sometimes the fox is getting crafty and sneaky. There's really no way that that is going to work in this case. And also, it may be right now that maybe more fresh ideas are needed. It seems as though, or fresh approaches to or a fresh mindset might be needed to get Jonathan back on track. I feel here that he seems to have all the knowledge he needs. It's just a matter of maybe the skill now needs to catch up with the knowledge. And I mean, I'm guessing that because something is lacking. It's either one or the other. And with the King of Swords here, I tend to think more of the, up here, the mindset. So that maybe has to be worked on here and putting an end to anything mentally that may be blocking his ability to believe in himself enough to, for example, break those boards or whatever he's trying to do.
Right. I just had this thought. I don't know if you said this because I was kind of looking at the chat, but maybe the fox represents Jonathan's cleverness, his skillfulness, his ability to intuit things as they're happening in real time. And the coffin is saying that he has to kind of make that more unconscious in a way. He sort of has to not let things impact on that. That if he lets the real time drama, tension, etc., negate that, then he won't have access to his abilities to punt.
You know, being
Puntability.
being an athlete and how do I want to say this, a hobbyist creative writer, I just know that I just know that you've got to be in the right zone. You've got to, when you're in the zone, you know it, you feel it. That board is going to crack. Everything is just flowing. And he's got to mentally get himself, in that zone. He's got the knowledge. He knows what he has to do. He's got to just be able to feel it now more and take that knowledge
I like
and
what CJ
believe in
says.
himself and make it happen.
Oh, we're all rooting for you guys. But yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
maybe Jonathan needs to watch that Matrix movie and get into that flow. Like
I, you know, I know what it feels like. I mean, okay, for example, I usually have my Christmas poem and Yule poem at least well underway by now that I do every year, but this year I mentally blocked again. And last year I got it done so quickly, both of them, because the flow was there. And I mean, it was really there. I came up with one idea. I don't even know how the heck I came up with that idea. And so, but that's just it. There's got to be that flow.
I have volunteered to do one of her poems, but we don't want the return of the Dark Lord again. No, just
So,
kidding, just kidding.
anyway, but I swear this weekend's got to be it. It's do or die now. So I got to get
I'll
those
help you out.
holiday Yule cards out and everything. So, at any rate, that's what we
A
see for
mixed
you all.
bag.
A
A mixed
mixed
bag.
bag. It's going to be challenging, I think, on both ends here. I think for you, it's more possible maybe than for your son right now. But even he might be able to pull it off. He might be able to pull it off because he's got this king here. He does have what it takes. He's just got to bring it all together, so to speak.
Believe.
Yeah. So
Good
good
luck.
luck with that. All right.
Ooh.
Wow. Well,
Well, believe it or not, we did
we're
it.
done. And that's nice. I can maybe get my cards done now. I'm behind with the cards of the day, so they'll be a little late, but they'll be
But
coming
hey,
in
it was
soon.
fun. We had some pretty cool readings
Yeah, we had
tonight.
some great readings tonight. Wow, I'm just kind of wowed by some of them. And I just want to thank everybody for stopping in on a Thursday in the cold winter. But it's a perfect time to come to our show. Who wants to be out there in the frigid temps, right?
That's right.
Just come and have fun with us.
Stay home and watch TFT after dark.
Well, we hope to see you all at happy hour on Saturday, but if not, we hope to see you real soon. Take
Take
care,
care.
everybody. Bye for now.
Bye bye.